this video, I'm going to show you a fun little feature I thought of for your stream. So you can animate whatever you want, but it's my birthday coming up, so I'm going to animate birthday balloons for my webcam overlay. Check it out. So I downloaded this image of a red balloon from Google, and make sure it's a PNG image. So all you have to do is search your word, like a red balloon, and then add the letters PNG after it. I'm not really sure what that stands for, but it just means the background is transparent. So that's a key factor in what we're going to do with this. So make sure the background is transparent. So we're going to right click this, go into, where's this at? Go to open with, and then Adobe Photoshop. And then I'm going to add my logo to this balloon. So I'm going to click and drag it onto the balloon. And I'm going to adjust the size of it and put it right on the balloon. And now I'm going to double click on the logo, and I'm going to change the color. And I'm sure there's a different way to do this, but this is the only way I know how. So I changed the color of my logo, and I'm going to change the opacity. And this is just going to be a super simple tutorial because it doesn't have to be anything fancy, but just for a fun little event I plan on doing for my birthday stream. So I have my logo on a balloon right now, and now I'm going to save it. So I'm going to Shift Control Alt W. That's a lot of buttons to save it, but you can either go up to File and then Save, but that's just out of habit, just the hotkeys. I'm used to it. So save it, export it, make sure it's a PNG image format, PNG, transparency, and then save it. You balloon. And we have it right here. So now we're going to go into DaVinci Resolve, click and drag it into the media pool. And now I'm going to click and drag it into the timeline. And now I'm going to click on the balloon, go into the Fusion tab, and then click on Shift and Spacebar. And then you want to add camera shake. This is going to make it shake and have the effect that the balloon is kind of floating. So we're going to add this. And then on the right hand side is the inspector. So we're going to change the overall strength and the speed, and then the randomness. And we can go back in here. That is going kind of fast, so I'm going to change the speed a little bit. Got to wait for it to buffer. That looks good. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Oops. Make it a little bit bigger. I have so much stuff running on my computer right now. It's kind of slow. There we go. Now I'm going to copy, paste this, and then put it over top of another layer on the balloon. And I'm going to rotate this a little bit, shrink it down, move it over. Just get creative with it. Now I'm going to make another one. Copy, paste. We'll make one off to the side. Shrink it down a little more. There we go. And as you can see, they're going to be moving at the same speed and same direction and everything. That's not what we want. So we're going to go back into the Fusion tab. Camera shake. We're going to change the randomness. And a bunch of other things up here. Just mess around with it. Just change it. Well, every layer going to be different so they don't move in the same direction to make it look like it's more realistic. Camera shake. Randomness this way. camera shake, randomness. That looks good. So we're going to highlight all three of these. So in order to save this as a transparent video, you want to make sure on the timeline, it's going to be one compound clip. So anything you have right here, you want to highlight everything and then right click it, make new compound clip, then create. There's going to be one layer. Everything is pretty much combined in one folder. So now we're going to go back into the Fusion tab since we have a compound clip. Then we're going to add a background to it. Now we're going to remove the background, change the alpha all the way down, and then go into the rocket ship because it's time to export it. So now the file name it whatever you want, save it wherever you want on your PC. And then the most important one, in order to save this as an alpha, which means a transparent background, there's not going to be a background. You want to make sure the format is going to be QuickTime. The code C is going to be GoPro Cineform. And the type is going to be RGB 16-bit. And then one more thing, you want to make sure Export Alpha is selected. Now we're going to go over to add to render queue, and then render 1. Now we're going to wait for this all to render, and then add it to OBS. So once you exported the video, we're going to minimize DaVinci Resolve, open up OBS, and then we're going to click and drag it into your sources. And now you're going to notice after a few seconds it's going to disappear. That's because we don't have the loop turned on. So you want to double click that video we just imported and then click loop. So it's a continuous loop of the video being played. So now we're going to shrink this down a little bit to your preferred size. Put this wherever you want on the webcam. And then as you notice, the strings are overlapping the webcam, and I don't want that. So I'm going to click and drag it underneath my webcam on the sources. And there you have it, your little birthday balloons for a birthday stream where you can animate whatever you want. You can get creative with it. But this was just a fun little feature I thought about for my birthday stream I'm about to have. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching this video. If it helped you out in any way, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. It would help me out a ton. And have a great day.